He's a ghost. You'll never find him.
Welcome back to Director's Choice. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be friends with a fictional character? If you're like the majority of people, then you've probably fantasized about meeting your favorite hero face to face, and even becoming best friends with them. Of course, you could meet the actor that plays the character, but that wouldn't be as fun as meeting the character itself, would it? So let's imagine being best friends with Captain America. What do you think that would be like? There's hardly a person who doesn't like Captain America and imagine hanging out with him once in a while.
Stephen? Can you hear me?
It's probably too late to go to the bathroom, right?
In today's video, we'll be talking about what being best friends with Captain America would be like. It's going to be a very interesting talk, so make sure to watch till the end. Without wasting time, let's dive right in.
We may not be perfect, but the safest hands are still our own.
If we don't do this now, it's going to be done to us later.
If there's one thing about Captain America that's certain, it's that there's always an adventure around the corner. He doesn't even need to go looking for adventure. It just finds him somehow.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
And of course, as his best friend, you would get to come along on his adventures. Being friends with him means there's never going to be a shortage of fun adventures to go on. Every day you get to go on a new adventure with your best friend.
Bucky is alive!
You know how sometimes you lay around with your friends and wonder what to do because you're bored out of your mind? Well, you'll never have those moments with Captain America because he never runs out of adventures to go on. As his best friend, you're sure to have as many adventures as possible. While you're sure to have a lot of adventures as Captain America's best friend, it would quickly get tiring. Of course, the adventures would be fun, but they would also be tiring. Imagine coming back home after a long day at work and you just want to kick back and relax in front of the TV with a glass of wine in hand. You just want to have a quiet night with no disturbances. But then, your best friend rings you and tells you to get dressed because it's time for an adventure. And of course, you can't always say no because you know what you signed up for when you decided to befriend a superhero.
It kind of feels personal.
Taking on adventure gets tiring after a while, and you just want to stay indoors and not have to deal with saving the city. Not to mention that you'd need really thick skin to take on the adventure and the jokes that would be cracked at your expense.
Please, don't do this. We have time. We can work it out.
Right now, I'm in the middle of nowhere. If I wait any longer, a lot of people are gonna die.
One of Captain America's best traits is that he works super hard to protect other people. And we're not even talking about those in his inner circle alone. He works hard to protect people in society who need his protection. Of course, you can expect that he'll be protective of you as his best friend. Whenever you need his help or protection, you can be guaranteed that he'll always show up to protect you. Even better, because you're his best friend, it means that petty criminals would do their best to stay away from you. Pickpockets, muggers, and burglars would make sure to stay far away from you because they know you are under Captain America's protection. This is way better than any protection you would get from the police.
You and me, we stay here on the ground. We keep the fighting here. And Hulk.
Smash.
While your best friend is a good person who helps everyone, this doesn't mean that he doesn't have his flaws. For one, he can be a tad judgmental and distrustful of people, especially people that he doesn't know. Bringing a new friend to meet your best friend for the first time will be quite a hassle because he is very distrustful and judgmental.
Really? You should be ashamed of yourself. You should take another lap.
Captain America can be quite old-fashioned because he is from another era where things were kind of different from now, and so he has a moral code that sometimes seems ridiculous to people in this era. Getting him to like your new friend would be even more difficult if the new friend doesn't exactly meet his moral code. You'll have a hard time convincing them to get along together. Everybody needs a friend that they are sure would always remain loyal to them no matter what the circumstances may be like. And Captain America is exactly that kind of friend.
Get out of here! Go!
As his best friend, you can be sure that he'll never betray or double-cross you, no matter what the incentive may be. You can be confident that he'll always be there for you whenever you need him to be, without question. He'll keep your secrets, and he'll always stand up for you, even in your absence. If he existed in the Harry Potter universe, he would probably be sorted into Hufflepuff House, because his loyalty is one of his most enduring traits. But then he could also be sorted into Gryffindor because of his bravery. Only the Sorting Hat can truly decide. You know that friend that can never seem to get dates no matter how hard he tries? Even though he's very good looking and has the body of a god, he just seems to have no luck with the ladies? Yep. Even though he looks good as his alter ego Steve Rogers, he still never manages to get a date. He's just so awkward with the ladies that it never ends well.
Of course, you're welcome to wait.
As his friend, you would be stuck with the responsibility of helping him get dates. While this may seem like a pretty easy job, he has a history of blowing dates that seem to be locked down at the beginning. You'd get frustrated after a few times of watching him blow dates that you had carefully planned out. This is the biggest, if not the biggest perk of being friends with Captain America. You probably already know that he's the leader of the Avengers, so as his friend, you would have easy access to all the Avengers. Imagine not only being friends with Captain America, but also getting to hang out with Iron Man, Thor, the Hulk, Black Widow, Spider-Man, and the rest of the Avengers. That would be beyond cool. Not only would you get to hang out with them, but you could probably even get to be friends with them.
You good?
Romanoff, you and Banner better not be playing hide the zucchini.
Imagine the bragging rights that would come with having the Avengers as your friend group. As Captain America's best friend, you're sure to befriend at least one of the other Avengers, and we think that would be super cool indeed. This is probably the biggest downside to being best friends with Captain America. While he's a good man and a superhero that tries to save everyone, he has his enemies and people who seek his downfall. You'd think that him being a superhero means that everyone would like him, but this isn't the case. Not only are there people who don't like him, but he also has enemies who actively try to destroy him. As his best friend, you'll inevitably find yourself in the crosshairs of his enemies. His enemies will try to get him through you, and this means that you'll be walking around with a target on your back.
They ditched their gear. It's a shell game now.
You wouldn't be safe anymore, and you would have to live life looking over your shoulder. Of course, Captain America and his Avenger buddies would rescue you, but it's still very dangerous. Captain America is one of the most recognizable characters in the world, and he is loved and adored by many. Being his best friend is an opportunity that many people would give up anything for. While it definitely has major perks, it also comes with its downsides. But that's a normal thing in all friendships. You're likely to get into a few fights with him once in a while because of his stubborn personality, but you also know without a doubt that he'll always be there for you no matter what. What do you think of Captain America? Do you love him as much as we do? Would you want to be friends with him? What would you give up to become his best friend? Let us know in the comments. Take a look at this recent clip by Director's Choice, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications.